Ma'am, oh ma'am. You did this to yourself. I'm just sitting here thinking, no, you're not joking. You don't ask your husband for an open marriage and tell him to his face, I'm going to sleep with other men because you're not doing your husband duties.
Ex-wife
Another one
demanded
by
an open marriage. I had her served divorce papers at work. She claims I replaced her. One thing I will not put up with is disrespect. My ex-wife was upset that I didn't send her on a cruise alone with her friend for her birthday. She sat around and pouted around the house for 3 days after disappearing for a night before asking me for an open marriage, saying I'm not fulfilling my husband duty. Mind you, I paid all the bills, I fixed things. If anything goes wrong in the house, I fix the cars if need fixed or take them to get fixed. I constantly showed chivalry, and this is what I'm rewarded with a request for an open marriage. 3 years of my life down the freaking drain. I should have listened to my buddy when he told me that if I was going to get married, it needs to be to another woman because she is too high maintenance. I thought because, well, I made great money, I can do this. It was not the case. Whenever I fulfilled what she wanted from me, guess what? She wanted more. When I finally told her no, is when she showed her true colors and had the courage to ask me for an open marriage. Here I am, paying all the bills, allowing her to spend her money on shopping online and things like that, hanging out with her friends. She claimed she was investing her money so I didn't have to worry about it, which was a pile of boo-boo. Her investing was putting $100 into Bitcoin on Cash App and about 300 in random stocks on Cash App. That was her investing. Most of her money went spending on jewelry, purses, clothes. When I met her, she already had a car. Her father bought her a BMW when she graduated college. She still has that car, but she asked me for things like concert tickets, trip to Las Vegas trip for her and her friends. I started getting sick of it. I didn't want her taking solo trips anymore, even if she was with her friends. If I'm going to pay for a trip, then I'm going. And I was not about to send her on a 10-day cruise with her single friend by themselves. Going into our second year of marriage, I started to get really suspicious, and I would go through her phone all the time just to make sure it was never anything funny. No dating app, no messages. There was one coworker that did try to hit on her, but she did shut it down. I read that message. I never found any burner phones or anything like that, but the fact that she asked me for an open marriage tells me that she was cheating on me. There's a high possibility of that, but she just hid it very well. So, I'll tell you guys why I started going through her phone, going into our second year of marriage. So I thought she was projecting on me during our second year of marriage. It was bad. She would constantly accuse me of cheating, saying that I was sleeping with the secretary of my job. So I worked for an architect, and I was manager of the IT department. Plus, I also was a project designer, and there were two other project designers there. The architect we worked for was filthy rich. His father was a multimillionaire. I don't work for him anymore, but that man is filthy rich, and he had a fine, drop dead gorgeous assistant. She would do things for the firm as far as answer calls, booked all of the flights and stuff, but she was gorgeous. So, this architect, he is a married man, but it was no secret that he was banging. This assistant, everyone knew the situation. This assistant, Mandy, took a liking to me. It was very obvious everybody else there knew that she really liked me. Every time she needed help with something, she couldn't wait to come to me and ask. Even the architect that we worked for noticed it, but he didn't even care. He nudged me one time. He said, "I think she likes you." I said, "Oh my gosh, but I never went for it, so we had a Christmas party." Everybody was supposed to bring their spouse or bring a girlfriend. It wasn't a big party, it was just a dinner at a Mexican restaurant. The architect loved doing this, and he would give us our bonuses during the dinner, and also they'd give away prizes and gifts and things like that. Everybody went home with something. The two times that my ex-wife Jennifer had gone, She loved it because she always got a gift, and she knew I was getting a big bonus. Our bonuses were fantastic. Unlike any other place you'll ever work, like I said, this architect was filthy rich, and it was only a few of us at the firm, so him giving big bonuses wasn't a big deal. Besides, we kept that company afloat, but this particular year, Mandy was in attendance. She wasn't there the first time Jennifer came to this Christmas party, but when she finally saw who Mandy was, instantly Jennifer got upset. Now, Mandy is strikingly beautiful. Her real name is Banu and she's Turkish, but she goes by Mandy here in America. Jennifer whispered to me and said, "That's Mandy. That's the one that you were with. The one you had to go to Lava's with at one time because you guys had to stay over and fix something in the office." Oh, hell. Didn't know she looked like that, I said. What did you think she looked like? What does it matter anyway? Jennifer was upset with me that entire night, avoiding talking to me, talking to my other colleagues, giving Mandy the mean face. When I went to the restroom, I didn't know Mandy followed behind me. When I came out, Mandy was there and she said, "Oh my gosh, I think your girlfriend wants to off me." I laughed and said, "It's okay. She's not going to do anything. I don't know what her problem is." I look up and here comes Jennifer charging towards me. I was scared. I said, "Hey, hun." She said, "What are you two over here talking about?" Huh? "Look here, you little tramp. Get the F away from my husband." Mandy said, "I apologize." Mandy ran back to the private room where we were having dinner. I told Jennifer that she was overreacting and acting silly. Jennifer tells me that I either need to quit this job or I need to have my boss fire her because she's breaking the rules, and it's ridiculous that we don't have an HR department because she would be calling them if we did. I told Jennifer that Mandy is basically our HR department. She handles everything. Jennifer got pissed. "You're leaving this job. I'm giving you a year." I grabbed Jennifer and I said, "Now, you're being silly. I'm not leaving this place. I love it here. Besides," I pulled out my envelope and showed Jen my bonus. She looked at me and smiled and said, "Wow, your boss is so generous. You need to stay away from her, though." I said, "You don't have anything to worry about. I'm not sleeping with her or any other woman. Why would I do that when I have you?" Jennifer says. "Okay, give me your phone." I handed it over to her. "No problem." I know she wanted to go snooping through it. We go back to the table. I'm sitting there talking and Jennifer has leaned over, going all through my phone, wanting to find something. She couldn't find anything. You know why? Because I'm not a cheater and I'm not a liar. Look, I know that Mandy was hitting on me. Absolutely. I knew she wanted me. I knew she would have probably allowed me to have her in the office after hours, but did I go for it? No, I just let her flirt away. When she noticed that I wasn't flirting back then, she stopped and we'd have a regular conversation. But every interaction in the beginning, she would try. She definitely was flirting, and I knew it, and in a way, I did like it. I'm not gonna lie, it felt good. I'm a 35-year-old. I was 28 at the time. Mandy was 23. This young, hot, fresh, out of college woman had the hots for me. It really felt good, but I knew I was a married man, and I did love Jennifer, and I respected my marriage. Most men do. Also, it's not like Jennifer wasn't attractive. So if I'm guilty of anything, yes, I allowed a woman to flirt with me constantly, but I was strong enough not to do anything with her. But as a single man, absolutely, I'm all over her. Anyway, so the projecting just got worse since that moment. She always wanted to go through my phone. She always questioned me about my whereabouts, if I had to stay over late for work to update our system more, work on a project, or even go and measure for a building. She was on my ass. She would not let up. So that's what made me want to snoop through her things, but I never found a single thing. Not one. And guys, I looked, and like I told you, I am an IT guy. I know where to look, and I know when things have deleted. There was nothing in that phone or in any hidden folders or anything. I checked the laptops and everything. Nothing. That entire year. It's like every time she accuses me of stuff, I'd go looking through her stuff. So, she could have genuinely just been concerned about Mandy and I, our relationship, but I assured her she had nothing to worry about, and I didn't find anything on Jennifer this entire time. Jennifer would want trips with her friends and her best friend. In the beginning, I thought they were lovers. They're so close. When they'd go travel somewhere, they'd sleep in the same bed, but I guess some girlfriends are like that. But I sent them to Florida twice before. Concert. A lot. Jennifer would beg me for these things, and it's not like Jennifer was lazy. She worked, and she also cooked every single day. We had a person come clean the house, though. But it was something about the cruise that just rubbed me the wrong way. I didn't want to do it. It didn't feel right with me. And like I said, I was sick of her going on trips without me. Why can't I go? I'm paying for it. Whenever I'd ask Jennifer, okay, so you make this much money per year, and it's not like Jennifer was balling out. She made about $34,000 a year at her job. But still, if you're not paying any bills or anything, that's pretty good money. So I'd ask her, why can't you buy the concert tickets? Why can't you do this? Why can't you do that? She cries and says, well, I'm putting our money into investments. I just bought some more Bitcoin. And I'll go and look at her phone. I'll realize she lied to me because she told me she'd spent $5,000 on Bitcoin or something. I look at her Cash App and she spent $50. I confront her about stuff like that and she just claimed that, well, I don't make as much money as you. I'm sorry. Maybe you should do the investing. I reminded her that I was paying all the bills, and she'd tell me you still have money to put into savings, and then she'd complain about us not having a joint savings. We would argue over some of the dumbest stuff. Her logic was just so twisted. We never went to bed angry. Things were fine, and they got settled afterwards and usually ended with a laugh, but she was kind of silly when it came to money. I didn't tell her, but I was doing my own investing, and I also was investing in my 401k. Her idea of investing was just silly to me. She didn't know what she was doing. I personally don't know anything about cryptocurrency, so I never invested in that, but I do invest in stock. I do have a portfolio, but I just don't know anything about crypto to do it. If I did, I would. When I first met Jennifer, I remember my friend telling me that she seems like a cool girl, but why does she complain so much? So when I first went out on a date with Jennifer, my buddy was there and one of her friends was there. It was kind of a 2-on-2 date thing. My buddy could not stand her. He thought she was a pest and a crybaby. She complained about the popcorn. She complained about the soda, not having enough syrup. She complained about the movie that we were watching. She just kept complaining and kept whining. And Jennifer even called her father during our date, asking if her Amazon package arrived yet. My friend told me that day. He said, dude, if you want to deal with her that fine, don't get in a serious relationship though. I can just see right through her. I definitely ignored my friend's advice. Even when my other friends met her, nobody could stand her. But I would say that I thought that my boy just put an idea of Jennifer in their heads. So they were expecting it. And when they saw it, it was amplified because of what my boy told him. Listen, Jennifer's ways. I kind of found cute in the beginning. I just found them very feminine to me. That's what I thought feminine was, you know? Not dumb, but I don't know. It's hard to explain. I sort of liked it, actually. I really liked it. Enough that I asked her to marry me. So let me fast forward on to when Jennifer asked me for an open marriage. So it was our 3rd year of marriage, and Jennifer really wanted to go on this cruise. She had told me months before her birthday that she wanted to go on a cruise with her best friends. It was a 10-day cruise. I told Jennifer, cool, we can all go and have a great time. Jennifer kept telling me, no, this is for her and her friend. This is what she wants to do for her birthday, and I'm trying to take away her birthday, which is going to be special because of the age that she's turning. Jennifer was turning 27. She said this age was important because turning 27 is often considered a significant age because it marks a transitional period in life, often associated with solidifying career paths, establishing personal goals, and experiencing a greater sense of self awareness, sometimes referred to as the Saturn return in astrology, where individuals are prompted to reflect on their life choices and make more conscious decisions about their future. Jennifer told me she had big plans in the works and she's happy to accomplish them. Well, I definitely put a dent into those plans. F that. So, she constantly was asking and constantly was asking until she just stopped. I kept telling her I wasn't buying any tickets until it was okay for me to go. If I couldn't go, then she's not going. Her birthday arrived, and the cruise was set to take off 10 days after her birthday. She was sure that I had gotten her the tickets, and I was just going to surprise her. I bought her some Skims outfits that she loves and a Chanel purse from Macy's, $168. She pouted like a kid. Where are the tickets? I thought you were going to get the cruise for us. I said no. I told you if I'm not going, then you're not going. She threw the purse across the room like a freaking child, told me that this was such a special day for her, and I ruined it. She was turning 27, and it meant everything, and she needed to go on this cruise with her best friend. I said, well, if you really wanted to go on this cruise with your best friend that bad, then you guys should have shuffled up the money to do so. This cruise is going to be very expensive because the famous artist was going to be on that cruise as well performing. Jennifer was so pissed at me. She even cried, telling me she can't believe that I did this to her. She would have never in 1,000,000 years thought that I would do something like this to her. I told Jennifer that she was acting 7 years old instead of 27 years old, and she needs to cut it the F out. She stormed out the house. She didn't even come back that night. She did call me and tell me that she was at her best friend's house because he was going to stay the night. She can't stand to look at me right now, but she'll get over it. I said, okay, stay there. I don't give a crap. The next morning, Jennifer came home. This is when she asked me a stupid question. She comes in and she's not speaking. I said, are you still going to act like a child? It's not that serious. Calm down. She looks at me with her hands on her hips saying, I think we need to have an open marriage. You're not performing your husband duties. I'm not happy. We're going to have an open marriage. I said, what? So you're going to go sleep with other men because I didn't buy you tickets to a cruise. This woman looked me in my eyes and said, yup, I sure am. I shut my mouth. I called off work and I went straight to a lawyer. I found me a lawyer and I told him everything. And I told him my worst fear was that I was going to have to give her money because I make significantly more money than her. I made a little over 100,000 where she made just over 30,000. My lawyer did tell me that was a big gap, but he can try his best to help me out, and he did. Jennifer and I did not own a home together. This was my home, and I paid all the bills for it. She needed to pack up and go somewhere else. She wasn't getting my property. I let the lawyer know that there was no way she was getting my home. I asked my lawyer if I could have a friend serve Jennifer divorce papers at her job. My lawyer asked me who this friend was, and I told him, and he said absolutely. She's a third party. There's no reason why she couldn't. I knew Mandy would be the perfect person to serve my ex-wife because she was going to do it with a smile. And I know Jennifer was not going to be happy. I had Mandy wear a small camera, so she could document everything. This crap was hilarious. For 2 weeks, Jennifer had no idea that I was filing divorce. I had to wait for everything to be figured out, and my lawyers had to come up with a plan to make sure she didn't take everything from me. But when I got the call that the papers could be delivered and Mandy could come pick them up, I was ecstatic by this time. Mandy knew I was divorcing her, and I told Mandy everything. Jennifer freaking couldn't stand her guts. She was jealous of her. Mandy told me, well, She had every reason to because I definitely want you. Now that I know that you're not married anymore or you're going through a divorce, I should say, I'm not going to hold back. I want you. I smiled when she told me that. The day Mandy served Jennifer was so funny. I got to see everything play out. My friends got to watch it too. Now I know some of you in the comments will probably say, this is so childish. Dude, grow up. Maybe I am childish. I just wanted some type of get back. That really pissed me off when she asked for an open marriage and she told me to my face, yes, I want to sleep with other men because you're not doing your husband duties. What kind of crap is that? Mandy went to my lawyer's law firm, picked up the documents, and headed straight to where Jennifer was working. Jennifer worked in a call center where all the women were gossipy anyway. Her best friend worked there as well. I knew Jennifer would be embarrassed. Now what Mandy said, I did not tell her to say all that. I just wanted Mandy to tell her that she was served and that I was divorcing her. Mandy goes in there, luckily, they're on break. All the girls are standing around eating donuts and drinking coffee, some standing outside smoking cigarettes. Mandy's inside yelling, Jennifer, Jennifer Mary Nickerson. You can hear some of the other girls saying, Jennifer, Jennifer, somebody's calling for you. Jennifer looks over and starts walking towards Mandy, and Mandy is walking towards her. Mandy says, hey, Jennifer, I'm Mandy. I think we've met before. Yes, these are divorce papers. You're being served. Your husband is leaving you. Thanks for effing up. He's mine now. I did not tell Mandy to say all that, but she did. Jennifer was pissed. What the frick do you mean divorce? My husband is not divorcing me, tramp. I did get a call that day from Jennifer crying. You really replacing me with Mandy. I'm sorry, I don't want an open marriage. I never meant any of what I was saying. I'm not going to go to sleep with anybody else. I was just angry. My best friend told me to say that to you, just to scare you. I told her, well, there's consequences for all actions. I'm divorcing you. I don't believe it was just a joke. You were serious. She says so. You're going to replace me with Mandy. Are you kidding me? You're breaking my heart. Jennifer, we're done. You broke my heart when you asked for an open marriage. Listen, we bicker back and forth about some things, and we easily get over it because we would always say at the end of the day, we're best friends. I truly did love you, and I thought you loved me, but I never thought you was going to stoop so low as to say some things like that. I truly, truly believe that you meant it. Jennifer constantly begged me. I cut her off and stopped responding like my lawyer told me to. My lawyer did handle everything. Jennifer did not get any parts of my home. She didn't get any parts of my retirement. This idiot thought she was getting away with something. She had the lawyers tell my lawyer that I can't get any of her stock money or Bitcoin that she's earned through Cash App. I've seen that. I've seen the records. She hasn't made jack ship on there. I can add the section of the paperwork to you for you to put on this story if you want. Her lawyer is saying that she's earned over $60-something thousand. My lawyer cracked up laughing because he said, no, that's what a Bitcoin is worth. And he was showing me all the paperwork of what she actually owned. She didn't even own a whole Bitcoin. It was a fraction of one. And she was reading it wrong. Her lawyer was even reading it wrong. They didn't know what the crap they were talking about. Two complete idiots. My lawyer said, okay, we won't go after your Bitcoin. It's all yours. She didn't get anything. She thinks she's rolling high on cryptocurrency when she's actually not. Even if she was, I don't care. Today I do deal with Mandy. Mandy is no longer my old boss's assistant. She quit. Her and I are not in a relationship, but we hang out a lot. She does a lot for me, for free. So I have my own company now. It's a consulting company, and I do very well for myself. I've raised my income significantly. I put a lot back into my company. Mandy is fun. She's really a great girl. I did ask her about her and my old boss, and she admitted to me that, yes, she slept with him a few times. She said in the beginning. She actually really liked him, but started to realize that the situation was not something she'd ever wanted to be a part of. She said that's a part of her life that she's not proud of. She knew he had a wife. She still dealt with him, but his wife knew all about her. Mandy and I do not have any plans on getting serious. She helped me out with my company, and we have fun sometimes. It's just two adults being consensual with each other. For what I know, Jennifer is living back with her best friend. They share an apartment together. Jennifer did reach out to me on Facebook telling me that I was wrong for replacing her with Mandy. Then she started saying that Mandy was only 17 years old and just now turned 18, and then I was some type of predator or something. She was going to get me in trouble. It was ridiculous. Mandy is a grown woman. Yeah, she's younger than me, but she's a grown woman. Jennifer is just jealous. She messed up our marriages by asking me that question. I'm not going to stay with someone, even if I can't find evidence of you cheating on me. If you're going to ask me for an open marriage, we're done at that point. All of my brothers are really happy for me. They told me I wasted my time with her. I look back now and I agree, but lessons learned. That'll never happen again.
Another one bites the dust, and you didn't get anything in that divorce. And I love that he had Mandy serve you. Gotcha. Look, man. See, this guy was talking about how, and OP, I appreciate the story, but you were talking about how you showed chivalry. You did a lot of stuff for her. You gave her the world. You paid all the bills. Baby, the money you make, spend it on yourself. You know, she's putting pennies into crypto and all types of stuff. And she's acting as if she's investing for you guys' future. But look, as soon as the divorce happens, he can't get any of my money. This is my investments. That's a whole scheme. If any woman hits you with for you guys that are out there seriously dating, any woman hits you with I don't want to do 50-50. The money I earned is for me. I'll use my money to invest for us. Don't fall for that. Don't fall for that. They're investing for themselves. As soon as they hit it big, they're out. They're gone. Whoever files for divorce, whether it's you or her, you're not getting her money. That's her money. She worked hard for that. You can't take that from her. But if she had the opportunity to get your 401k, get anything from you, your house, she's going to try to do it. But I guess she thought she had a lot of money in crypto. So she was like, well, I'm happy with this. I don't need his money. But according to you, she wasn't doing that well. I have no idea. I don't know what crypto was, what it is. I don't know. I know what it is. I know what Bitcoin is and stuff, but I don't follow it like. Salute to you though, man. Thanks for sending in the story, guys. If you want to send in a story, send it to truestorynation@gmail.com. Here, I'll put it on the screen. That's truestorynation@gmail.com. I'm gonna catch you guys at the next one.